Hey guys, it's Dan O'Donnell from PositiveAtmosphere.com. This is video number 4 in about the last 15 minutes now. So I just did a video about fear and excitement and how you use excitement, because you can take in an intense situation, and when your senses are heightened, you can decide whether you're going to make that into fear or this excitement and this thrill and this aliveness that you're going to use to perform even better, as opposed to choking when you let it become fear. But I want to give you a technique when you're in a situation, or when you're trying to decide if you're going to take action or not. I want to give you a technique that's worked for me to push you in the direction that you know you want to go. Okay? And that is, tell somebody you're going to take the action. Just say it. Because once you say it, if you're like me, the last thing you want to do is not do it, right? It's like when you're a little kid and you say you're going to jump off the high dive, and you walk up the stairs and everybody watches you walk up the stairs or the ladder or whatever, and you get up there, the last thing in the world you want to do is come back down the ladder, right? So I guess, it's your ego or whatever, but if you have that a little bit like I do, you might as well use it. So I remember when I was, I think, 16 years old, I think it was right after I got my driver's license, we used to go to the pool a lot on Fridays. A bunch of guys I played football with and stuff. We'd go to the pool on Friday because we weren't old enough to do anything else. And we'd swim around, we'd play water basketball, and they had the water slide and the diving board and the hot tub and all that. And so we'd go there pretty much every week in the winter. And so we were all sitting in the hot tub, and there was this girl standing over by the little kid pool, just standing there. She wasn't swimming for some reason, but and we were all kind of checking her out because she was pretty cute. So and this is kind of at the age where we're all still working on getting the guts to actually talk to girls, and we're all kind of looking at her, and a couple people mentioned her or whatever, and so I wanted to go talk to her, but I didn't really quite have the guts, and so I just said it. I just told all my friends sitting there, I said, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her. And I knew right after I said that, I was like, oh, okay, now I got to do it. And they all kind of got quiet and looked at me like, you're really going to go talk to her? I'm like, yeah. And then I pretended like I wasn't warm yet or something, and so I sat there in the hot tub for a couple more minutes trying to psych myself up and go, oh my God, what am I going to say? I don't know what I'm going to say. All these guys are going to be watching me. But I knew I had to do it. So after procrastinating for a couple minutes, I got up and walked over there. And of course, one of the reasons a lot of times you don't approach a situation that you're nervous about is because you worry about what the worst case scenario is, right? You worry about failure, and not so much just about the failure, but about what other people are going to think about that failure. So sometimes you play all these worst case scenarios in your head, and in truth, if you really think about what is the worst case scenario, it's usually not anywhere near as bad as what you imagine when you're just having this vague impression of what could go wrong. So anyway, I'll go walk over there, and I just walk up to her, dripping wet, really, there's no like icebreaker at all. I just walk up and say, hey, I'm Dan, how's it going? Oh, fine, and say, hey, and this is the best pickup line of all time, guys. If you want one that will work every time, just say, hey, me and my friends are going to McDonald's after here if you want to come. We usually go jump around in the balls and stuff, right, which is true. But she kind of looked at me like, oh, okay, and she said, well, I'm actually with my little cousin, and I'm just up here from California for the weekend, so I got to take my cousin back to my aunt and uncle's house. So sorry, I can't go. But she was really nice about it, even though it was like the dumbest pickup line in the history of the world, right? But anyway, my guys are all sitting over there in the hot tub seeing me doing this, and they're going, wow, he actually did it. And she seemed nice enough, I didn't get slapped, she didn't throw a drink in my face or anything like that. So I go walking back over there, even though I just kind of sort of got rejected, but it wasn't like in a personal kind of way. But I walked back in the hot tub, and just because I tried, I got a ton of respect from these guys. They're like, wow, man, what did she say? Blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, she can't, And of course I probably like, oh, she said she really wanted to go, but she can't because she's with her cousin and stuff. But what I'm getting at is I failed, but I tried. And it wasn't the worst case scenario. It was fine, no big deal, nothing personal. And the only reason I went over there was because I said I would in front of a bunch of people. So try that sometimes, you guys, when you're having a little trouble working up the guts. Use those people, your friends, as an accountability partner by just saying, hey, I'm going to do this. and then you will. So I hope that helps. And if you're 16 and you're going to the pool tonight, you know, maybe you can do that. Work up the guts, go talk to some girl for the first time. And you know, after you do something like that once, and you realize that you pushed through fear and you did it anyway, and even if you failed, it wasn't all that bad, that gives you this confidence in everything. You know, whether it's talking to girls or applying for jobs or whatever, it carries over into all parts of your life. So go out there and do something that you're a little bit scared of. If you have to, tell somebody else you're going to do it, and just get out there and try, and you'll feel this momentum and this confidence building. So anyway, this video is long enough, too long probably. Thanks for listening. Go check out positiveatmosphere.com. It's all about connecting positive people to inspire and empower, and it's totally free. positiveatmosphere.com. Thanks a lot.